When I first met Anna, she was the kind of woman who made heads turn without even trying. Confident, full of life, and strong in every way. We ran together, laughed together, and I thought we would always live that healthy, happy life side by side. But years later, I look at her, and I barely recognize the woman I married, and that truth has been tearing me apart. I met Anna 8 years ago. She wasn't just beautiful, she was alive, confident, radiant. We joined a running club together, and that's where it all began. Every weekend, we would run side by side, teasing each other over who would finish first. Those runs weren't just about exercise, they were about love, connection, and building a future together. And when I asked her to marry me, I thought that version of us would last forever. But forever doesn't always stay the same. After marriage, things started to shift. Slowly, at first. She stopped running as much. We ate out more often. Then she stopped going to the gym altogether. Her body changed, and while I told myself it didn't matter, I began noticing things I didn't want to notice. At first, just a little extra chub, but soon she passed 250 pounds. Her sharp jawline was gone, her stomach jutted out, her arms sagged. I tried to help. I really did. I offered to cook healthy meals. I invited her to the gym. I suggested walks together. But nothing lasted. And the truth I hated most was this. I wasn't attracted to her anymore. We hadn't been intimate in 2 years, 50 pounds ago. And though I never said a word about her weight, the silence between us was deafening. Then one night Anna tried. She really tried. I came home and she had curled her hair, put on makeup, and was dressed in a low-cut top. She stood there smiling, waiting for me to notice. But instead of admiration, I felt frustration. I saw the effort, but I couldn't see the woman I once knew. I muttered a quick hi, told her I was going to the gym, and walked out. That moment crushed her, and it crushed me too. The next day, I met a close friend for coffee. I couldn't hold it in anymore, so I told him everything. How Anna had changed, how I felt disgusted with myself, how I was thinking about divorce. He listened quietly, then said something I'll never forget. "Hey man, I hear the frustration in your voice. It sounds like you're grieving the version of your wife you first met. You still love her, but you're torn because the physical attraction isn't the same. That's not an easy place to be. But here's the thing. Weight gain doesn't just happen for no reason. It can come from stress, medical conditions, depression, even emotional pain. Sometimes what looks like not caring on the outside is really someone struggling quietly on the inside. Have you asked her, gently, if something else is going on? And think about this. The way you reacted when she dressed up for you. That probably crushed her more than you realize. You say you never commented on her weight, but she feels your distance. She feels the silence. She feels the lack of intimacy. That speaks louder than words. If you really love her, don't just push gym sessions or diet changes. Have a real conversation. Not about her body, but about your marriage, your closeness, your intimacy. Tell her, I miss us. I want us back. Don't make it about her being skinny again. Make it about being partners again. And if after all that, you still can't find the connection, then yes, divorce may be the honest choice. But don't string her along. She deserves clarity, and so do you. Marriage isn't about who we were at our fittest years. It's about who we become together. If you can't love her now, face that honestly. But if you still love her, then fight for her. His words hit me like a storm. That night, for the first time in years, I sat down with Anna. No gym talk, no cooking tips, just honesty. I told her, I miss us. I miss the way we laughed, the way we touched, the way we connected. I want us to feel close again, not just in our bodies, but in our hearts. Tears filled her eyes. She told me things I never knew, how work stress had drained her, how she felt ugly in her own skin, how every time I went to the gym without her, she felt left behind. She said she had tried to dress up for me because she thought maybe if she looked pretty again, I'd want her. And when I walked away that night, she felt more unwanted than ever. For the first time, I saw her pain, not her weight, her pain. From that night forward, we started small. Not diets, not forced workouts, just walks together. Just cooking meals side by side, just laughing again. And slowly the wall between us started to break. The intimacy returned, not just physically, but emotionally. Months later, Anna began losing weight. Not because I pushed her, but because she wanted to. She said, "For the first time in years, I feel like myself again, not because of the number on the scale, but because I feel loved." And I realized my friend was right. So here's what I learned. Love isn't about holding on to the person you married in the past. It's about walking beside the person they're becoming today. Bodies change, looks fade, but connection, that's what lasts. Anna eventually lost the weight, but more importantly, she found herself again, and I found us again. We rebuilt our love not on fitness or appearance, but on truth, patience, and compassion. And for the first time in years, I looked at her. Not the body, not the pounds, not the flaws. I looked at her, and I saw the woman I fell in love with 8 years ago. Because real love doesn't fade when the body changes. It only fades when the heart stops trying. And this time, both our hearts were wide open. You know, marriage isn't just about the person you married years ago. It's about the journey you take together. People change, bodies change, life throws storms at us that we never expect. But love, true love, is about holding hands through those storms, even when it feels easier to let go. I thought attraction was everything. I thought the body mattered more than the bond. But the truth is, the body will always change. None of us will look the same as the day we said, "I do." What really matters is whether we keep showing up for each other, whether we keep choosing each other, day after day. My friend told me something that opened my eyes. Don't push her to be the woman she was. Love her into becoming the woman she wants to be today. And that changed everything. Because for the first time, I stopped looking at Anna's weight and started seeing her heart. I saw her pain. I saw her loneliness. And I realized I wasn't the only one suffering. She was too. When I finally sat down with her and said, "I miss us. I want us back," she broke down. And in her tears, I finally saw the truth. She didn't need a trainer. She needed a partner. She didn't need a critic. She needed compassion. She didn't need silence. She needed my voice, telling her she was still loved. That night changed us. We started small, walks together, cooking together, laughing together. And slowly the wall between us began to crumble. We found our way back. Not through diets, not through workouts, but through love. And you know what? The weight began to drop. Not because I forced it, not because I demanded it, but because she wanted it. She felt safe again. She felt seen again. She felt loved again. And when the heart feels light, the body follows. Today, I look at Anna and I don't just see a body, I see my wife, my partner, my best friend. And I know we survived something that could have broken us. So here's the lesson I carry now, and the one I want to leave you with. Love isn't about holding on to the past. It isn't about clinging to who your partner used to be. Love is about walking beside the person they are today and helping them become the person they dream of tomorrow. Yes, attraction matters. Yes, intimacy matters. But more than that, understanding matters. Compassion matters. Patience matters. Because when the looks fade and the bodies change, what will be left is the bond you built. And if that bond is strong, it will carry you through anything.
We lost the weight, but what we really lost much the distance between us. And what we gained was love deeper and stronger than it had ever been. Because in the end, real life doesn't fade with time. Real life only grows when you nurture it. And that's the story of how I almost gave up on my marriage, but found something far more powerful than attraction. I found love all over again. If you like this story, please share, like, and subscribe.